Hello there. If you're over 60, I want you to listen very closely because there are 4 very common breakfast foods, and I'd be willing to bet they're in your kitchen right now, that could be silently damaging your brain.
Now I know that's a serious, even scary question, but here is the most important part of this whole conversation. There are also 4 incredibly cheap and simple food swaps that can protect it. And this isn't just a guess, this is science. A massive study, we're talking over 210,000 people, found an undeniable link between high sugar intake and the risk of dementia. You see, what you eat for breakfast, it's not just about energy for your day, it's about building a fortress for your brain's future. And the best part? The solution is so easy. The food swap we're about to put together takes just 5 minutes. It costs less than $2, and you can literally start tomorrow morning. This could be the single most powerful daily habit you adopt for your brain health. And you're going to want to stay with me because food number 4 is a real shocker. It's a hugely popular drink that millions of people, especially older adults, choose every single day because they think they're making the healthy choice. But new research shows it could nearly triple your risk of dementia. So here's our game plan. First, we'll expose the 4 foods to get rid of. Then we'll dive into the 4 powerful, delicious swaps. After that, I'll give you a simple 5-minute recipe, and we'll finish up by talking about the incredibly important choice you get to make every single morning. Okay, first things first, let's talk about what needs to go. I want you to picture your kitchen counter right now as we uncover these hidden dangers.
First on the list, sugary cereal. You know the one. Picture that bright, colorful box. You pour those crunchy little shapes into a white bowl and the milk splashes in. It seems so innocent, right? But that immediate sugar rush sends your blood sugar through the roof, and over time, that leads to insulin resistance in your brain. The link is so strong that many researchers are now calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. Your brain cells literally start to starve. All right, number 2 is white toast. Just imagine 2 perfectly toasted slices on a plate with a little butter melting on top. Again, seems harmless, but your body treats it almost exactly like pure sugar. In fact, look at this. White bread's glycemic index, which measures how fast it spikes your blood sugar, is a 75. That is even higher than plain old table sugar, which sits at 65. That means it causes an even faster, more damaging insulin spike. The third brain-destroying food on our list is processed breakfast meats. So think of those crispy, glistening strips of bacon or those plump sausage links sizzling next to your eggs. The problem here is the preservatives, like nitrates. In your body, they can convert into compounds called nitrosamines, and these things are directly toxic to your brain cells. They've actually been shown to help build those terrible amyloid plaques we associate with Alzheimer's. But believe it or not, that's not the worst one. The 4th food, the real shocker for so many people, is diet soda. Picture that cold can with the condensation dripping down the side, sitting next to your breakfast plate. A landmark study from Boston University found that drinking just 1 diet soda per day was linked to nearly 3 times the risk of stroke and dementia.
People were choosing these drinks to be healthy, to avoid sugar, but they may have been trading one serious danger for another. Okay. Enough of the bad news. Let's put that aside. Now for the good stuff. Let's talk about the delicious, affordable, and science-backed swaps you can make. This is where we take the power back. Our first brain-protecting swap is blueberries. Just picture a small, simple white bowl filled with these plump, deep blueberries glistening in the morning light. A major Harvard study found that women who ate berries just twice a week delayed memory decline by up to 2.5 years. That is incredible. And a generous serving costs less than 50 cents. The second brain-protecting food is eggs. Can you see them? 2 perfectly scrambled golden yellow eggs on a plate, maybe with a little steam still rising off them. Eggs are one of the richest sources of a nutrient called choline, and choline is the primary building block for your brain's main memory chemical, acetylcholine. Most of us just don't get enough, and 2 eggs, that'll only set you back about 30 cents. Our third fantastic swap is oatmeal, and I mean the real rolled oats, not those little sugary instant packets. Picture a warm, creamy bowl of it. You know, neurologists consistently recommend this because, unlike cereal, oats provide slow, steady fuel for your brain. You're getting stable, long-lasting energy, not a damaging sugar spike. And a serving costs less than a quarter. And the fourth brain-protecting food is walnuts. Now, just take a good look at one. It literally looks like a tiny brain, doesn't it? Well, that's no coincidence. Walnuts are the only nut that's really rich in plant-based omega-3s, which are fantastic for reducing inflammation and protecting your brain cells. Studies even show they can improve your critical thinking skills. A handful costs about 40 cents. So, how do we put this all together into something delicious and easy? Let's build the perfect brain-protecting breakfast.
I like to call it the Brain Shield Bowl. And like I said, it takes just 5 minutes and costs less than $2. So here it is, your recipe for tomorrow morning. You start by cooking a half cup of rolled oats. Pour that warm, creamy base into your favorite bowl. Then top it with a handful of those deep blue berries. Next, sprinkle on some chopped walnuts for that healthy fat and a nice bit of crunch. And if you like, add a tiny drizzle of honey and just watch that golden thread catch the light. Serve that bowl with 2 eggs on the side and a cup of green tea. That's it. You've just made a breakfast with more brain protection than any expensive supplement you can buy. Let's just zoom out for a moment, because this isn't really about one meal, is it? It's about a pattern. It's about the choice you get to make every single morning. Think about it. Over a single year, you eat 365 breakfasts. Over a decade, that's 3,665 chances. Every single one of those meals is an opportunity to either feed the process of dementia or to fight it. The cumulative effect of that small daily choice is just enormous. And this brings us to the most important takeaway of all. It's really this simple. You can't change your age. You can't change your genetics, but you absolutely can change what's in your bowl tomorrow morning. And the science is crystal clear that this choice matters more than we ever realized. So I'll leave you with this one question. Tomorrow morning, when you walk into your kitchen, I want you to think about that beautiful warm bowl of oatmeal, those bright berries, those golden walnuts. Think about everything you've just learned. Your next breakfast is your next choice. So will it be one that feeds your brain or fights for it? The power is right there on your plate.